We finally have a hot hatch. In today's video, I'm talking about not Subaru, because this has basically been a Subaru channel. I'm talking about the 2023 hot hatch, the GR Corolla. Woo! I'm really excited about this car. The announcement, it got released on the 31st. I decided not to hit a video right away. I took a few days to take it all in and get an opinion, and I'm super excited. So in today's video, we're gonna talk about that car, what it's delivering, some of the performance specs, some of just the information about the car. We're gonna look at a few photos, and I'm gonna tell you exactly why I'm super excited for it. And I think it's gonna be a car on this channel. I mean, I've been toying around with like, what's the next thing? Like, do I get a 400Z, a Supra, an R35? Of course, I'm still trying to get an STI. Like, what's gonna pair with the STI? I think the GR Corolla might be it. I'm pretty stoked. I mean, it's been sitting with me for a few days and I'm kind of getting more pumped every day. Before we get too far into the video, guys, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. My YouTube analytics say a very small portion of you guys, less than 10%, are actually subscribed, so it's free to do. It really helps the channel grow, and it shows me that you guys care about the content that I make. Maybe you don't, maybe you like the video though. Think about subscribing. Let's talk about some of the exciting things about the Corolla. It looks pretty good. I'm not like a super fan about the way it looks, but that being said, there are very few cars that get released where I'm like, wow, that's amazing, right? I felt that way about the VA generation WRX, but for the most part, most cars, like the Supra is actually a great example. The Supra got released and I said to myself, I'm never gonna buy that. I don't like the way it looks. And now I'm like, trying to find one, you know, like, and I'm like, wow, I really want that car. So things usually don't grow on me that quickly. It takes some time because I'm critical, because there are cars that I love. But the GR Corolla, like, it's better looking than the Golf R or the GTI, like hands down. It's better looking than most of the Audis. And you might be like, why are you talking about those? Well, those are the competitors. And it's all-wheel drive. It's a hatchback, but it looks pretty good. Now I'm a little concerned that it has that Toyota look, and what I'm talking about is just like the common people's car, which is, it sounds snobby, but it's not like a true sports car in that how we used to see this delineated, not sports car. It's changing. We're seeing the TRDs. We're seeing pretty cool stuff from coming from Toyota and other manufacturers, and I've got to say, looks pretty good. I'm pretty excited about it, and I bet you the aftermarket's gonna be crazy for it. Some of the astonishing things with this car: 300 horsepower, powered with a 1.6 liter 3-cylinder engine. Craziness, 100 horsepower per cylinder. To do this, they needed to do a bunch of things, you know, a pretty aggressive intake, more importantly, an interesting 3-exit, like the Type R 3-exit exhaust, and this is specifically to relieve back pressure. The only downside to the 1.6 liter 3-cylinder just means in the tuning side, there's gonna be not so much room to tune these things. And while the 0 to 60 hasn't been released yet, yes, disappointing, boos, I know, I really wanna know, I think this thing's actually gonna be pretty quick. I mean, it's definitely, without a doubt, it's gonna be faster than the WRX or the STI, right? Any generation. I'm honestly thinking that we're gonna see a sub 5-second 0 to 60 with this thing, and that's just because it does come with all-wheel drive. We've got some torque vectoring, and it's not a super heavy car. It comes with a 6-speed manual transmission, and I don't think any automatic option. So true manual, and again, I think we're gonna see a sub 5-second 0 to 60, which is incredibly exciting stock. That's super exciting. Oh, and I forgot to mention, 273 pound-feet of torque. So it's not like some high horsepower, low torque build. That's got some oomph. I mean, this is gonna be a quick car. I mean, it's gonna be quick, pretty quick. And also exciting, it is direct injection, and we're gonna see a max power at about 6,500 RPM, which tells me that there's gonna be a good balance and probably a good linear power band. So I'm really excited about that as well. I think one of the things that I'm actually most excited about is we haven't had a lot of sports cars at this price range. I'm predicting 30 to 35,000, hopefully. We haven't seen a lot of sports cars really come together with an interior that I'm excited about, and this one has a pretty good looking interior. Toyota's always been known for quality, so I'm really excited about like the quality of the interior, but it looks amazing. Further than that, I'm also really excited that it's gonna be backed by Toyota's warranties, which means that it's gonna protect a lot of us when we buy these cars, and it makes me personally a lot more comfortable buying the first generation of a car because I know a warranty is going to back it. So I think it's going to be a car on this channel. I guess the short of it is we're not going to talk too much more about the car because like I don't have it in front of me. I'm really trying to get in front of one of them. It's this is basically a video. I want you guys to let me know, should I buy one for the channel? Should I get one of the first ones and should I do things to it and make it cool and be one of the first people to make content on it? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm trying to make a decision here, so every comment matters, every opinion matters. This is your call to action. Please tell me. If you are like, I hate the WRX you drive, I hate Subarus, but the GR Corolla could be a cool car for you to have on the channel, let me know. This is the time. I don't think this is gonna change the schedule of when I add a Supra or an R35 or a 400Z. I'm trying to get more cars on the channel as we grow. So again, being subscribed makes a big difference in being able to do that. But as we grow, I'm trying to figure out what the next steps are. Again, still gonna get an STI, but I want to branch to another platform just to change it up a little bit. So let me know in the comment section below. I can't say it enough. Otherwise, thank you for watching the video. Hopefully you share the excitement that I have for this Corolla. Again, I'm not talking about it in a crazy amount of fashion yet because we still don't know everything about it and there's still lots of information to come. And I think most importantly, those 0 to 60 and quarter-mile times are going to be hugely important in the whole thing. And I think it's interesting that they released it without having those times, which means that either there's more room and they're trying to achieve something, it's not as fast as we think and it's disappointing and they want the hype to grow. I think that's a very low likelihood of that. Or they're really, really great and they've just released the information and they want all the hype there, and as the hype starts to die down, they're gonna release the performance times, which builds it right back up, and then you can pre-order the car. I think that's what's gonna happen, and I think this car, just based off of the weight and the horsepower and the torque and the all-wheel drive, those are the key, well, there's lots of other things that come down to like how do you make a fast car, but based off those statistics, if you run a basic calculator and you compare it to other cars, it's gonna be quick. I think like I did a little bit of math, and again, math is always biased because I'm not the engineer that built the car, but did a little bit of math, and maybe I'll make a video about how to do that math, but I did a little bit of math and I'm guessing about a 4.7 second 0 to 60, potentially tested in the right conditions, a 4.6 second 0 to 60, but and those are, guys, pretty optimal conditions, you know, like talking about at sea level or slightly below sea level, which affects multiple things. We won't really talk about it, but it's oxygenation of the air, slick, slightly wet surface, straight line, no elevation in the drive, no drop, new tires, all those things, warm tires. Those are all considerations. So obviously in practice and if it's in my driveway, I'm not gonna hit that speed, but that's my guess for the advertised 0 to 60. It should be really exciting. I don't know for the quarter mile right now. I can't make an educated guess because I just don't, or the 1.6 liter 3-cylinder is a little bit of a mystery to me. Not that it's a mystery and that, not that we have examples of it being used in other places, but technology's moved so far, even just in the last 12 months of what's possible, and I'm wondering if it's gonna do something that typically I would say it's not gonna have an amazing quarter mile. But with that said, it might. So I don't know. You know, we'll see what comes. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Thank you guys.